Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holmes, and of course, Saban. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Been talking about this freshman.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kent State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Golden Flashes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Snagged in the middle, H. Garcia. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Flashes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking left. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And
he's going for the goal line, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but squad to start the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Judicials offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Judicials line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the move. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. On the move. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Judicials decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They'll try the run. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kent State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Kent State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Got it near midfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll run it on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll send the back in motion. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Buys a little time with his feet. Quickly to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Breaks into the open.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Throws to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Etheridge. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Kent State.
Let's go!
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here we go. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes to the right. At the 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Judicials.
And they did.
The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Etheridge. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Golden Flashes are in the hurry up. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the move, it's O'Neal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
Third, as you know, both teams dealt with injuries throughout the season, but look where they are now at the final fourth. Catch and fire. Brooks, a roll train. This kid's got some talent. There's all the little things, but he shoots the ball from a lift. They like his defensive presence as well because of the versatility at 6'7", 205. 16-9 Huskies.
And the Golden Flashes will kick it off to start the second half.
Private, it's it. Eagles nothing got it. This one's out there by Ross as he taps it over to
bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So guys, we'll see this offense again. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Hey, Ted.
And the Judicials are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
I get him.
Fullback's got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
The option look. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
45 miles away.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep.
There he goes.
Is on the way.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose, and long-lasting tears in heal. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. They help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems.
Back to pass.
Skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to...
Strong.
The $8.99 meal deal for a limited time at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check my outfit before meeting my girlfriend's
line drive and short kick.
Yeah.
And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard
Check
line.
Allstate first, and we can save hundreds. Guys, don't sit on the floor.
Guys,
I'm sorry, I thought these were the extra leg room
Kent
seats.
State offense.
No.
This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week and film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now.
Download the Home Depot app to get started.
Quickly outside tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the
Computer,
first.
phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA
can really attack on this second and short. Midfield, he's got room. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move
He's
this
also
thing for the first
rebounding
down.
Illinois. That was a bit of a surprise. Illinois has been
defensively,
one of the best rebounding teams in college basketball with a plus
more big guys.
10.4
I better
this
stop
season
this guy
at
because
Terrace.
he's unbelievable. Great job breaking off
He
the
really
big
is
run.
establishing
The
himself
OC's going to give him the
inside
ball.
of the interior, getting
This
rebounds on the
shouldn't be a
defensive
surprise to
end.
anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that is run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Difficult.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback is intended target. We're on the same page there.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42.
They're just punching you in the
From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Garcia.
Nice reset here.
25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the golden flashes will try to punch it in on first and goal.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Looking to
Miscommunication there. Boswell not quitting on the play.
He's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kent State.
And that is number 2.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent
Basketball National Championship game. Coverage on ABC begins at 2:30 Eastern. For more information, go to NCAA.com.
It is the flexibility of Brad Underwood. He's changed looks for years now. Ending on personnel. He's got Stojakovic. Let his partners take advantage. He is so tough and vulnerable off the bounce.
1 out of 2 for Andre Stojakovic. 18-12, UConn. So Demery is back in.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on him. He's giving up some size.
And once again, Mirkovic is matched up with Demery.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They put together an 81-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run
out there by Stojakovic. Boswell up the field suited. Suited by Demery.
And give him too many easy looks. This is where Caravan is tough in that early.
Caravan gets the heel. Low rebound to Boswell. Illinois is 0 of 5 from 3-point territory.
Doing such a nice job posting up. Got to take advantage.
Mirkovic sets the screen for Stojakovic. He drops it. He's got the inside by Caravan.
Nice switch by Caravan. Put some size.
Utah and Illinois, a spot in the national championship game is on the line. Huskies up by 6 of a Fighting Illini.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Unfortunately, just not able to convert, but you imagine as this game goes on,
Capital One Bank guy. He'll start the return inside his spot.
Something special.
And the returner will be brought down.
I never got invited to one as a kid.
Why? Have I not scored?
Opening play of this drive.
You never forget about no fees or minimums on check.
The give to the tailback. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving.
Our communities share one heartbeat.
But
when disasters strike, that heartbeat
They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Dunkin'
Looks as if
$6
we have
meal
an
deal.
injury on that last play, and we'll take
Get
a
a
break to
medium
check
hot
him
or
out.
iced coffee.
They'll
6
run read
crispy
option
golden
right
hash
on
browns.
2nd down. Turning it on.
And a delicious bacon, egg, and
And you're
cheese.
seeing his dynamic ability to run
Dunkin'
the football
$6
that
meal
time
deal.
on the option
Deal for
play. I know he
everyone.
doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Judicials have their offense in high gear.
Hockey season ended, summer started.
The give to the fullback.
Dad
And
knew
they'll bring
this
him
food
to the
didn't make
ground
much,
after a
but
short
they did
gain.
need peace and quiet.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd
So they
down.
planned their flights, car, and vacation home all in one
Now
place.
on the option.
Great, right?
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Expedia.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job. Assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for it.
No way to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
Dan's first read, of course, earlier 3-point shooting, working, rebounding. What are you most pleased with right now?
Another
Just seeing those first couple shots go in
sure
for
those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want
we're
any
getting
muscle
great looks.
pulls
I mean, we've got great
overuse.
looks.
That's the end of the period, and Kent State
You
is
know
out
how
front.
hard these are to guard,
And this
how hard these guys are to guard. And every time the ball goes up, it's world war III together.
Let's take a look at how we got here.
All right, Tracy, early this week, 7, just so dialed in to how we prepare. Everything is so programmed. The practices, the drills, the techniques, the fundamentals. It shows on game day.
The critic was the answer. Is by the way, we should Trace he's really
Used to play fake with Tracy Wilson.
Fires on the move.
He is a piece of work.
It's Harris. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
Played a role as of yet.
Here's the handoff.
And it rings out for Tomislav Ivasic.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and
downtown.
first down.
As an 0-3 in the last game, they played
with a fresh set of downs.
Pick and pop, so they now are roll guys. Swing it to the back. This is the outside. Lost got his hands on it. But Illinois control.
3 yards to the 31.
You think the shots they want.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Golden Flashes with the 1st and 10.
So, with Tracy Wilson. Exactly. He is a piece of work.
They'll go to Garcia. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Will feed it into Ivasic.
You can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away.
They're now 0-6 from downtown.
Got it in the middle with Spain.
3 in the last game they
so
played
close to
against
that end zone.
Illinois.
He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Stewart's in. This is the outside. Lost got his hands on it. But Illinois control.
Position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And guys,
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be running the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
Boy, it was close to being off of Ivasic. This was the toughest around his stretch.
And guess who's jacked up? This home crowd started the season off with their offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Winding down and
lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Wobbler took the hit along the sideline. Yeah, not a good play, really. The sideline's your friend right there. No sense reaching in.
What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup.
The Waddle was in the right spot. You said it best, Brad. Getting those arms in there.
Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day.
And that is the 15th foul against UConn. First on Eric Reiber
there in
from
Central New York.
Germany.
We're a long way from that right now.
Locked it in.
They're trailing by 22 to Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business,
16 fouls against the Huskies.
I know Kevin and those guys are keeping an eye on it.
Kid. What was ISO play? He turns and attacks.
On that play.
Mirkovich is a rugged interior presence. Walker runs it up.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Judicials
this year, he's been back up as comes in shooting it at 38% from long range. He's 2 of 2 on his 3-point attempts. Full feet inside,
made up for by being short. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, how about that quarterback? He gave him the ball and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass of just reading coverage and being accurate.
The give as they work on that
hands on it, and then it's scooped up.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6.
He likes the direct from the top.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. Sometimes they come so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Tomislav Ivasic, 75% shooter from Croatia, goes to the free throw line. Take his left away there. Now 16 teams in the NHL will compete for the oldest trophy in North American sports. The Stanley Cup playoffs begin April 19th on TNT, TBS, Free TV, and HBO.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down.
Illinois do a great job of finding those mismatches and hunting.
Caravan and Reed back in. Riva sits. Tomislav Ivicic. His brother left Croatia to play for Kentucky. Ivicic a year later signs with Illinois. Everything is Spartamirs and transfers to Arkansas. He got Calipari when he got the job, and then realized that Tomislav was going to drive.
This offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe getting the quarterback's head just a little bit.
From the gun, the ground game. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
He knew he had Moses in that vulnerable shooting area.
Backed up now, one more stop, and they can get off the field on third.
Backing down.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back in his 40-yard line. The Judicials line up to put it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
To go in this first half. Caravan got a screen from Mullis. Makes his move. That's his shot, too.
Before he goes out of bounds,
Mirkovic can handle it and will.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. There might actually be pressure. You have to get in the end zone when the drive starts first and goal from the 5. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positives today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like this living this way.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Big since he
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Continues to fight for yards. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running with the fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Demery, they show a second defender. He's going to
This has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Ivicic is checking for
That
blood.
deep ball was right on the money. You just have
They're
to
going
make
to
that
continue
catch.
with this possession.
And the Judicials send out the punt unit.
Wagler, high screen, 10 to shoot, 6.5 to go. First half. It's an air ball. Settled. What's the team?
A huge return there. Steps out of bounds.
Charging back against UConn. Ivicic hitting from deep. They lead by 1.
Behind basketball stars like Izzy Bud are Geico's 24/7 claim support and a village of people who are always there.
Hey, Coach. And Pat.
Because they stay sit.
What's up, AZ?
And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Some would say run the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. The offense did their job.
All right, I like that.
Set to kick it off. You
So,
think this
Elias,
crowd's
someone
gonna
at
get loud
Buffy
when their
thought
defense
that it would be a
comes
great
on
idea
the
to have a comedian show people our new Jeep Grand Wagon.
On the move from inside his
Doesn't have to be funny.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped
Some
at
premium
the 18.
entertainment is very clear for us.
And
This is
after this
on
play, the
Facebook
cake will
last
be
part.
baked.
If you're looking for legroom,
Wants to go
starting
top on
price?
first
Starting
down.
under 66,000.
Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play. This game is over. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes.